Welcome, luminous, luscious Leos. It is Sachi, and welcome to your bonus reading. Congratulations for tying for second place. It's been a while, I think at least 6 months since you guys have been in the top two. So congratulations on your bonus reading. I really hope you enjoy it. We are going to be doing a see what pops up reading where we just see what pops up and what happens. You were just a couple votes away from coming in first, and just a reminder that whoever comes in first place gets the extended for free. So if this resonates, please remember to hit that like button. All of your likes, shares, subscribes really do make a difference. Just a little announcement before we begin. I have released my Tarot 101 course. And if you are interested in learning tarot, or if you're interested in learning tarot, now would be the time to learn. The course is on December 10th and 11th. And we cover everything that you need to know in order to learn how to read tarot for yourself. So it covers how to choose a deck, how to cleanse a deck, how to connect to a deck. We go into some like numerology, symbology, a lot of other topics. And then of course we go into each individual card and I go through the meaning of them, but more so I teach you also how to understand tarot as a whole, so that way you can apply the information to any tarot deck, and that way you can learn through the numerology and symbology of the cards to derive the meaning from them. The course also has an in-class worksheet that you will fill in the blanks as we go through the class. That way you have all the information and everything is organized in a meaningful way and in a way that is very easy for you to look back and find the exact piece of information that you are searching for. It also comes with some tarot journal prompts for you to do before and after class, as well as a certificate of completion once you have completed the course. So it is truly a comprehensive course. I'm so excited to share this with you. And yeah, if you ever wanted to learn tarot, now would be the time. You don't have to be available at the exact time that I am doing the course. If you purchase a ticket now, you will get the playback link sent to you that you can watch at your leisure anytime that you want, and rewatch anytime that you want. They'll be up there for years. But if you are able to join the live, then you can be part of the live Q&A. Like playback will be available later, but it's going to be at a higher price because I always like to incentivize people to get a live class ticket. So if it interests you, please check it out. I will put the link in the description box below for you to, you can read all about it. And if you have any questions about it, you can email me at sachithescorpio@gmail.com. All right, Leo, let's hop right into it though. We have the King of Wands in reverse, Ace of Wands, Knight of Wands in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse, Ten of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and the Star. So quite an interesting energy we got here, Leo. What I was getting with the King of Wands in reverse, basically there was something that you were extremely passionate about, and the flames have kind of calmed down in some sort of way. It's kind of like you left that aside and you're beginning again. Like King of Wands for me is the highest form of divine masculine when it comes to, your firepower. And now you're at the Ace, which is sort of at the beginning. So you may be starting a new project, and I feel like this is divinely aligned because the Ace of Wands is like the finger of God that is involved here. So I'm also getting that if you have a trine in your chart, that could be heavily activated right now. So it feels like it's kind of, effortlessly going with whatever is happening. But yeah, it just feels like, the finger of God is involved with whatever you are creating. You are taking action towards something after, no longer putting a lot of your time and energy into something that you once felt very passionately about. With the Knight of Wands in reverse, some of you may be deciding not to travel or something like that, but really with the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands coming out in reverse, it kind of feels like there may have been a moral compass shift, where again, something that you felt very burning about is you no longer feel that way. And again, it's like the hand of God has really switched up the way that you're utilizing your energy in some sort of way. With the Page of Cups in reverse, I'm getting that there was some sort of delusional energy that you are no longer part of, whether it was you or another person. There's kind of this delusional energy that is gone. With the Ten of Wands, it feels like you've been on a journey for quite some time, and you know, there's a lot going on, but it's like you're so close. Even though this feels like it's still kind of a heavy thing, it's kind of like these feel like they're going together, where it's like, okay, the Ten of Wands, here he is carrying these Ten of Wands. He knows he needs to bring it back to the palace, and like he can't see exactly where he's going, but boom, it's like so close is what I'm getting. It's so close, whatever your goal is. And the Ace of Pentacles, I kind of feel like you're this person and these people right here, because they're like going into the city, right, to a new town or something like that. But again, it's like you can't see it right now. It's like you can't see it because it's so close. I don't know how to that's just what I'm getting. You know, Ace of Pentacles, new job, you know, material gift, whatever it may be. It's something new in your physical reality. You know, Ace of Wands and Ace of Pentacles, it's basically saying when you take action, new opportunities appear. And with the Star card here, we have that you are getting into alignment. So there can be, you know, again, new beginnings that are putting you in divine alignment here. And I was getting divine alignment with the Ace of Wands there as well. We also had the solar plexus energy come out. This is electric energy. So I feel like, again, electric, there's a lot of energy flowing. This is also your solar plexus, as I mentioned, which is where your ego and willpower are. So I feel like you are asserting your will right now and really, you know, shining your, you know, letting your ego, right, which is like your personality, your uniqueness is really coming through here. With Trainer using Rocky Helmet, it seems like there is somebody else in the situation who, you know, is really being very protective in some sort of way. Rocky Helmet is an item that you give to a Pokemon, and it causes them to not, like, no damage will come to them. Like, okay, if there's like a physical attack, it won't do any damage. Instead, it does damage to the other person. So I definitely feel like there is a very protective type energy, and maybe this is you from another person. So you may be protecting yourself, that if anyone tries to harm you or something like that, it actually harms them. It's kind of like some mirror magic or something like that. And then we have the third eye. So and the Rocky Helmet literally would be protecting the third eye. So I feel like, whoo, my throat. It feels like your third eye, your mental space is very protected at this time. You may be putting crystals, you know, on your third eye, or maybe wearing like a crown of crystals or something like that. But again, I just feel like there is a very protective energy. And again, with the third eye coming out, this is psychic type. You know, it could be psychic protection. Obviously, I don't really feel like you're wearing an actual helmet. Although some of you might be, you know, working with crystals. So anyway, that's what came out in the cleansing ceremony, Leo. I hope that you are doing well. I'm recording this on the 30th of November. So there is, you know, we just ended true sidereal Scorpius season. So the sun left the constellation Scorpius yesterday and moved into the constellation Ophiuchus. If you want to see for yourself, get a Sky app. But anyway, Leo, like I said, we are going to do a see what pops up reading where we just see what pops up. So let's see what pops up. What's going on, Leo? What is going on? Ooh, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, yeah. So again, there is this energy of receiving some sort of physical new beginning. It's funny, this card has come out for all three signs that got a bonus reading: Scorpio, Taurus, and you. So this is talking about like a new job or a new housing situation or some sort of physical new beginning in some sort of way. So it could be a material gift that is being given to you. Let's see what's the light energy here. We have Fusion Strike energy coming out in reverse. So tell me more about that. So what I'm getting is, okay, because with Fusion Strike energy, this is giving me energy of like all the chakras. So it's like something that balances all your chakras. And because it's coming out in reverse, I was getting that it causes your chakras to be a little bit imbalanced in some sort of way. And we have Hitmontop using finishing combo. So what I'm getting here is that your energy centers are a little bit topsy-turvy. And it's interesting because yellow is the color missing here, but we saw that your solar plexus was really, you know, part of the cleansing ceremony. So it's being cleansed here. But with Hitmontop finishing combo, it's telling me that something was sort of topsy-turvy for a while. Hitmontop is usually on his head and he's like spinning around, but here he's on his feet. So again, something is topsy-turvy. And with finishing combo, it feels like there are some things that you're finishing up, and as you're finishing them up, that's when the Ace of Pentacles starts, you know, comes in, basically. This is the sacral chakra, which is where you emotionally and sensually connect to others, and it's also when your Kundalini becomes creative energy that's being expressed. So this could be something creative that you've been working on, or some sort of emotional or sensual connection that you've been working with. And as you see, he's like climbing some, you know, building. So I definitely feel like housing is probably involved here. It says, it fights while spinning like a top. The centrifugal force boosts its destructive power by 10. So again, this is talking about spinning like a top. So I feel like something has sort of been going over and over and over again. And again, it could be a creative or sensual or emotional connection that you have. And it's talking about the destructive power is multiplied by 10. So yeah, I feel like there is something, again, it's like as you're finishing energy, right? Energy is sort of being destroyed. And then that makes way for the new beginning. Let's see, what's the shadow here? Okay. We have Cosmium Star Protection in reverse and Golurk Reinforced Punch. So interesting because we have Star Protection in reverse. So, you know, I feel like there was something maybe that you were not protecting yourself from at one time. Cosmium, they're like sleeping here. So I feel like maybe you haven't been protecting yourself as you're sleeping, and it has caused, you know, someone to be able to lurk in your third eye and perhaps, you know, not physically punch you, but some sort of psychic energy is definitely in the shadow. So I would be mindful of that. With Star Protection here, I feel like, again, it's like the star on the pentacle, right? So I feel like there is an energy of needing to protect your finances even while you sleep, because something might be trying to come in. Let's see what it says here. It says, as it absorbs light, Cosmium continues to grow. Its golden shell is surprisingly solid. So I feel like there's this energy of you becoming a star, you know, beyond the money situation. And obviously, you know, you need to be getting your beauty sleep for that. But there's like this shell, right? It's absorbing light. It's, you know, and the shell is sturdy. And I feel like there is going to be this sort of, you know, once the shell comes off, it's able to evolve either into Soto Lego or Lunala, which is like, you know, choosing between the light and the shadow. And I feel like that's what's about to come. But again, it's like you're finishing stuff up so that this Ace of Pentacles can come, but you have to gather this light. And again, it's like yellow is the color that's kind of missing here from the solar plexus, because it seems like your sacral chakra, again, needs to sort of finish some stuff up. Golurk says, there's a theory that inside Golurk is a perpetual motion machine that produces limitless energy, but this belief hasn't been proven. So there's this, you know, energy of perpetual motion, and there's also this energy of, you know, like sleeping and absorbing light. So I feel like even while you're sleeping, because maybe you're not protecting yourself as you sleep, you're probably still doing a bunch of stuff while you're sleeping, which is causing you to not fully recharge properly. It's talking about something that hasn't been proven. So I feel like there could be a little bit of doubt here as well, especially because the solar plexus here seems to be a little bit topsy-turvy. And, you know, I was almost going to mention in the cleansing ceremony how the hat was yellow. And I feel like someone may have ego on their mind, which is causing their chakras to sort of be inverted, if that makes sense. All right. Let's see what else What else is going on here, Leo? Ace of Swords, victory. That's good. So, you know, Ace of Swords has to do with new communication coming in. Wow, you've had 4 aces so far in your reading. That's a definite new energy. It's a definite yes to any question that you may have in terms of like, should I do it or should I not? But Ace of Swords, victory. It seems like you're going to have victory over this person that seems to be lurking, having victory over, you know, it's like something hasn't been proven. Boom. Here's the proof. Here's the data, so to speak. And I'm also getting that in terms of this like perpetual motion energy, it feels like maybe you need to talk about this perpetual motion of constantly doing things or something like that as it relates to, excuse me, your rest and your need to absorb light. Let's see, what's your, oh, okay. Some of you may be, maybe not getting enough sunlight. Let's see, what's the light energy here? Going right to the Ace of Swords and Ace of Pentacles, we have Trainer, Blue's tactics. So Trainer indicates somebody else's energy and Blue is a rival. So, you know, it's like when you start the game, Blue is Professor Oak's, his real name is like Gary, but it's like, it's your nemesis. It's like your frenemy. So I feel like there's someone that's kind of like a frenemy in this situation. And it seems like you know that you are going to be victorious, that you are going to be, you know, something that you need to talk about. Blue is Professor Oak's grandson. So there's some aspect of lineage here as well that needs to be talked about or something like that. Let's see, what's the shadow? Tentacruel using poison sting. So Tentacruel, there can be some cruel energy. Again, Blue's tactics are typically cruel. He's kind of rude. He's kind of mean. He always says like, smell you later. He's just not very nice to the main character. And again, that's why it's sort of a frenemy energy, because like they're both against Team Rocket, you know, who are the real bad guys. But they're still sort of in competition. They both want to become like the Pokemon master. And so with Tentacruel, again, we see that there can be some cruelty here and maybe even cruel words being said in some sort of way, even maybe psychically. And poison sting. So someone is poisoning the emotional waters, which can be, you know, either someone is poisoning your emotional body, or you may be poisoning your own emotional body in some sort of self-sabotage. This is very scorpionic, right? Where the scorpion, when it gets cornered, instead, you know, it will like poison itself instead of allowing the other thing to eat it, because not only now, you know, that creature doesn't get the satisfaction of, you know, eating the scorpion. Now it can't even eat the scorpion because it has poison through its body. So that's that self-sabotage type energy. So, you know, again, it's Blue's tactics. And here's the blue, right? Poison. It says normally it has 80 poisonous tentacles, which like all these tentacles gives me very entangling control type energy, which can be a very controlling situation. It says the longer one has been alive, the fewer tentacles it will have. So there is this energy of something that maybe has been repeating over and over again. It's like if you know someone's tactics, it's because it's been done over and over and over again. You know what I mean? And it's talking about, you know, the longer it's alive, the fewer it will have. So I feel like this has been going on for quite some time. And I feel like you're here to sort of cut off another tentacle, if that makes sense, so that it can't have that entangling control or bring poison into your life. I saw a personal issue reaches resolution. So let's just see what Mother Moon would like to say to bring us into the extended. In the extended, what we're going to do is see what is coming towards you in regards to this situation. And then some angelic advice on sort of how to handle it. So let's just see what Mother Moon would like to say. Okay. We have, it's time to release negativity in reverse. And an end to a tough cycle approaches. So again, that scorpionic energy that I was talking about, it may be difficult to be releasing this negativity with the full moon in Scorpio coming out in reverse. But the end of a tough cycle approaches with full moon in Capricorn. So it may be difficult to release this negativity, to release this poison, but it seems like the end of the tough cycle is approaching with the full moon in Capricorn. And I also said that I saw the a personal issue reaches resolution, which was the full moon in Cancer. So I feel like when the Cancer Capricorn axis is heavily stimulated, which will be in Capricorn season or Cancer season of next year, that is really when the end of the tough cycle is going to be there, which again, that's the mother-father axis. So there can be some things, you know, regarding, you know, parental lineages and stuff. But with the end of a tough cycle approaches, you know, this full moon in Capricorn is going to be happening in Cancer season. So I feel like it could be then, but again, I also feel like it could be in Capricorn season when we have the Cancer full moon, since I saw that Cancer full moon as well. All right, let's see what Mother Nature would like to say to bring us into the extended. Yeah, coming out stuck, we have the spring equinox rebirth. So the spring equinox is obviously in spring. So again, I feel like there is this sort of death and rebirth metaphorically, right? And of course, that's the scorpionic energy that goes through that death and rebirth. So the rebirth is, you know, spring equinox is going to be happening. And again, I feel like it's going to be happening, you know, in the Cancer Capricorn axis. And we have a rabbit here, and we are going to be entering the year of the rabbit come January from, you know, for the Lunar New Year, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, the new moon in Capricorn might even be, no, wait, I'm getting my dates twisted. Sorry, calendar shift. But anyway, we are entering the year of the rabbit, which can be, you know, nervousness and things like that, but it's also very fertile. It's very easy to multiply things. And yeah, so I feel like there is going to be a beautiful rebirth. And again, the end of this tough cycle approaches. And I do feel like it's going to be during Cancer season. So let's just see what angel would like to bring us into the extended creative writing. Archangel Gabriel says, make time to write down your thoughts in a journal or pen an article or book. So I think it's important for you to be documenting things right now. Even this, you know, right? Like by the full moon in Capricorn in Cancer season next year, everything will be changed. This cycle is going to be done. And I really do feel like that is when it is going to happen. So make sure you are documenting things. If you have been wanting to write a book or write an article, now would really be a good time to do that. So very interesting energy. Let's head to the extended to see what else. As I mentioned, we're going to see what is coming towards you in regards to the situation, and then some angelic advice on how to handle it. So if you'd like to follow me there, the link is in the description box below. But if we part ways here, good luck with the situation, and I'm sending you so much love.